and welcome guys to another video of Maidan and FPL. So in this video I'd be talking about the top 5 captaincy choices for game week 10. As you all know that this week may be a make or break week because there are plenty of confusions regarding this game week, which player to pick, whether to bring in Salah, whether to captain De Bruyne, and perhaps I think that this game week would be one of the turning points for many FPL managers, and a lot would depend on whom you pick as the captain for game week 10. So without further wasting any time, let's jump on to the captaincy choices. The first choice that I'll be talking about is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Everton would be playing against Leeds at home. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been in very great run of form since the Premier League started, and he's back to his normal goal scoring ability against Fulham, bagging 2 goals. Both of them were typical strikers, finished present at the right moment at the right time, and Everton now are back to their full strength with Richarlison, James Rodriguez, Luka Digne all back in the squad right now. And I think if you are picking a player for captaincy choice from Everton, safest choice would definitely be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because of his form and also the supply he would get from the players behind him. And also Ancelotti sets up the Everton team so that all the big chances that his team create generally finishes at Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin is always present in the box to finish those chances. Against Fulham he scored 2 goals, bagged 13 points. The Everton side would be playing against Leeds, who may miss Calvin Phillips in the starting lineup. He was limping and could barely finish the match against Arsenal, and if he misses, I think that would be a huge boost for Everton and especially Dominic Calvert-Lewin, because statistically it is seen that if he misses a game, the chances that Leeds concede more than 1 goal increases drastically. So that would be a important factor. Also, even if Calvin Phillips plays, I think DCL would be a great option because he is the high scorer in the Premier League right now with 10 goals, already having 70 points. And also he scores every 79th minute. He's very consistent, only blanked a single time since the Premier League started this season. He had 17 shots on target till now, which is the highest by any player in the Premier League. He's also third in XG, second in non-penalty XG, and I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin would again be a great captaincy option for this game week, because this game has the potential of being a very high-scoring game, because both Everton and Leeds are not known for their defensive abilities, and I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have a significant amount of attacking contributions if Everton scores. Moving on to the second choice of the captaincy for this game week, I think Bruno Fernandes against Southampton playing an away match would be a great choice in my opinion. He scored from the penalty against West Bromwich Albion, which was retaken, but he could have significant amount of attacking contribution if Martial or Rashford could finish those chances, which was assisted by Bruno. He bagged 11 points with 3 bonus. He created 6 chances. He had 6 key passes, so that is clear that he is always dangerous, a man who is always trying to create those chances for his forwards. Also, he scored 2 goals in the Champions League match in the midweek, and the first goal was phenomenal, scoring from outside the penalty box, and he is in great form. In the Premier League this season, he has already 64 points with 6 goals and 3 assists. He has a expected assist of 1.5 with 26 key passes and 29 chances created. So he has that wide gamut of point sources, be it from penalties, be it from free kicks, or assist and goal scoring abilities. He's also currently 4th in expected assist, 5th in a number of goals plus assists per 90 minutes, and 1st in key passes. And he would be playing a Southampton defense who loves to play high defensive line. We have seen what happened against Spurs, but after that I think Southampton settled down, not opting for such a high defense, and they have a pretty decent home run after that match against Spurs. They had kept back-to-back 3 clean sheets against West Brom, Everton, Newcastle, so that is something to worry about. but with the quality that Bruno has, and especially the form he is showing in the away matches. Especially he scored 12 points against Brighton, 11 against Newcastle and 17 against Everton, all were away matches. And I think Bruno would continue to offer value, would be a great captaincy choice. He's on penalties, he shoots from outside the box. We have seen the last match against Wolves which Southampton played, McCarthy has to make 8 saves, so that is clear that Southampton defense is still a bit dodgy when they face quality oppositions. And I think Bruno Fernandes has enough in him to create some serious problems for Southampton defense, and would continue to be a great captaincy option for this game week. The more popular picks perhaps this game week is of course Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy would be playing against the Whipping Boys, Fulham, at home at the King Power Stadium. He didn't have too much to do against Liverpool, although many of us had thought that Jamie Vardy would create quite a few problems against Liverpool side, whose defense is short of many of the starting 11. In the game week 9 against Liverpool, he only had 2 shots on target. He created 2 chances, created a chance for Barnes, but Barnes hit it wide past Alisson. Again, most of his goals that Jamie Vardy has in this season is from penalty kicks. He scored 5 goals from penalty kicks and is heavily reliant on penalties, so that is also a problem. But you can't deny the fact that he is still top on the expected goals tally. At the end of the day, you are looking for FPL points. You simply do not care whether it comes from penalties, but it is quite unlikely that Leicester would continue to get those penalty kicks, so that is a point of concern. In the Premier League this season, he has 61 points with 8 goals and 2 assists. He scores a goal every 81 minutes, so in that tally he is pretty consistent. And he would be playing against a Fulham side who is still very dodgy and is prone to make mistakes. And granted that Fulham has improved somewhat from their Whipping Boy status at the initial part of the season, but still I think Fulham still a match that FPL managers would target to. They are 4th worst in the expected goal against tally, and Jamie Vardy is a player who loves these fixtures. He scored 13 points against West Brom, 14 against Leeds, and he is the 3rd highest goal scorer. He is 2nd in goals per 90 minutes, fast in XG per 90, and also fast in non-penalty XG per shot. So although he is relying on penalties, but I still think that Jamie Vardy playing against a Fulham side who is defensively quite fragile would be quite a good option for this game week's captaincy choice. Although you have to keep in mind that unlike the players like Mohamed Salah, Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes, who has multiple sources of points, Jamie Vardy perhaps would get most of his points from goals. The assist making ability is still lacking in his game. So if you are sure that Jamie Vardy would continue to get those goals and playing against a Fulham side who is still not very good defensively, you can go for Jamie Vardy as a captaincy option. Captaincy video would not be complete if I do not mention Mohamed Salah's name, and he is finally back in the Liverpool squad after recovering from COVID-19. He played 60 odd minutes against Atalanta in the Champions League match midweek. He missed the game week 9 against Leicester City, but scored in the last match he played in the Premier League against Manchester City from the penalty kick. And he has multiple sources of points, be it penalty kicks, be it free kicks, or goal scoring ability. So that is always a plus point when you are choosing a captaincy option for a particular game week. And moreover, his history against Brighton is also pretty decent. He played 6 matches against Brighton, scoring 5 goals and had 3 assists to his name. So this is a fixture which Salah typically likes. And in the Premier League this season, he already has 67 points with 8 goals and 1 assist, 21 key passes and created 21 chances. Looking at some of the stats, he is 3rd in the number of goals, 3rd in goals per 90 minutes, 2nd in XG per 90, and 3rd in total number of shots, and 3rd in passes into the penalty area. And don't judge Liverpool by their performance against Atalanta, because Liverpool side are on the verge of Champions League qualification to the next round, and Klopp decided to rest many of their starting 11 lineups, and also some of them are missing due to injuries. So they would be back to their usual attacking style of game. gameplay against Brighton, and Brighton is a team. Although they are statistically very solid in the defense, and they're second best in the expected goal against tally, but still Brighton rarely keep a clean sheet. They concede very few big chances, but if they concede a big chance, the chances are high that they would concede in that big chance. And also Brighton defense didn't look particularly solid against Aston Villa. They were lucky not to concede more than one, and Lamptey is missing from the lineup, so that would be a huge boost for Liverpool. Their defense wouldn't be threatened much if Lamptey was there. He would always probe at the Liverpool defense, but from that point of view, Liverpool would play their free style of attacking football, and Salah would always be dangerous against such a Brighton side. The final choices of captaincy for this game week would perhaps raise some eyebrows, because I think Kevin De Bruyne against Burnley at home would be perhaps the best choice for captaincy option this game week. And he was rested in the Champions League match in the midweek, didn't travel with the team, so he is sure to feature in this game. But still, you can't deny the fact that he is not in great form, but he has been unlucky a few times. You saw that in the match against Tottenham, the shot which was destined to go at the back of the net was blocked by his own player, Gabriel Jesus. Also, he missed the penalty against Liverpool, which was quite unlike him. But although he blanked in game week 9 against Spurs, he had chic shots with 3 chances created and also 3 key passes. He is on the verge of getting that big haul, which all of us are anticipating, and he is particularly this season more favorable to score goals than creating an assist for a teammate, because he is playing in a much advanced position in the number 10 role, which David Silva used to play. In the Premier League this season, he has 1 goal and 3 assists to his name with 29 points, has an expected goal of 3.1, 23 key passes, and also created 26 chances. So I think the stats are good, but the conversion from the stats to FPL point is poor, which is partially due to the fact that a striker was missing from the Manchester City side for quite a few matches, and also he is being unlucky, as I have already mentioned before. They would be facing Burnley, who is defensively looking a much more solid unit after their 2 centre backs, Ben Mee and Tarkowski, are back in the squad. They were quite good against Crystal Palace last match, looked defensively solid, but Manchester City has a great record against Burnley. They typically love this fixture, and you know that Burnley would continue to defend for the 90 minutes, and City would always probe around that penalty area of Burnley. And Kevin De Bruyne, with his multiple sources of points, he is shooting a lot also. He is on penalty duties. We presume that his penalty duties would not be handed over to Aguero after his penalty miss. So Kevin De Bruyne, although he's not in the form of his life, but still he would be a great option, and he's a player from the Manchester City side who is sure to start, because Sterling played in the previous match in the Champions League and he may be rested, so you never know. But Kevin De Bruyne is sure to start in this match, and he is due a big haul. So I think Kevin De Bruyne would be a great option for this captaincy choice. So that is all for this video. I hope you liked the video. Do give your opinions about your captaincy options. Whom do you think would be the best option for captaincy this game week? Also leave a like and subscribe to our channel, because it takes a lot of hard work to complete all these things. So that would be much appreciated, and hope you have a wonderful game week. That is all for this video. Hope to catch you in another video.